I am from Decatur, Illinois. Moved when I was 11 to upstate New York, which is the lovely home of Binghamton. I moved to Denver in 2018, started as a worship pastor in Denver. I did that for 4 years. We started a campus, then I became a creative director, which I oversaw all video, all photo, all graphic design, all worship still, with another worship campus leader. And then that all came back together, and then I assumed the role of an associate pastor, where I oversaw worship, but also oversaw some culture and vision of the church alongside the lead pastor. Did some preaching, so yeah, been in vocational ministry for 6 years. Getting here is a crazy story. I didn't want to be here. I told the Lord when we moved to Colorado, I never want to go back to upstate New York. And I told my wife, Jamie, I said, if we ever go there, it would be an act of God. Lo and behold, it's an act of God. For a little while, I felt like my heart was pursuing my family more than being out on mission in Denver. And I'm a part of a beautiful church home there for 6 years. And as my kids have gotten older, family has gripped my heart a little bit more. Ultimately, just ended up on a Zoom call with Pastor Joe and just talking about ministry and life with actually no intention of talking about a job or anything. And ultimately, he was just like, hey, there's things going on here. And I was just like, man, well, I would kind of be interested if you have anything going on in upstate New York. He was like, I can't really say much, but I'll talk to you in 2 months or so. Maybe we'll see what happens. And in that time frame, on my own accord, with my wife and my family, just having multiple conversations, had come to the decision we were gonna move home no matter what happened. Started looking for a job for my wife, and really just felt the pressing of the Lord to say, there was a new mission for us, whether that was family oriented or ministry oriented. We didn't care. We just knew that it was time, and that was weird for me. It was I have no desire to be in upstate New York. God moved mightily, and literally the Sunday that we decided that I would transition and announce my departure was the same Sunday that Brandon announced his departure, with no idea that was happening. Ultimately, had a conversation with Joe. Hey, we're gonna open this job up. Would love for you to apply. Had the interview and all those things. So did not expect to be here. I'm truly honored and blessed to be here with my family. What got me into worship? My parents got me a guitar when I was 13, and I was utterly bad at it. Fingers hurt, and I didn't want to do it. And then I just randomly picked it up again. Yeah, I had an infatuation for music. I kept doing it because Jesus was the main focus, and it felt like there was purpose behind it. So I've sung, bar music, or, just regular country music, or whatever you would play. And it's fun, but there's no point. You're just playing music. Jesus is the purpose and the focus, so there feels more purpose driven behind what I'm doing. And so it's ultimately fulfilling. So what does worship mean to me? Worship is a lifestyle, not just a song we sing. And I think a lot of the times we get captured in worship is a song, and it's not. One of the first biblical examples of worship is Abraham. Abraham is taking Isaac up to a mountain to sacrifice his son, and Isaac has no idea. But Abraham lays him at the altar in an act of obedience, and God intervenes. That's an act of worship. It's how we live, that we would obey the Lord. I don't find worship to be just a song, but a lifestyle that we live. My hope is that we would worship in spirit and in truth, as Jesus talked about in John 4, that we would sing songs full of the Spirit in unity and oneness, and also singing in truth, knowing that the songs we sing are not just feelings and emotions, but they are biblical truth. I would say this, I don't want to just talk about it, I want to be about it. Ministry people, we can play guitars all day and have fun, we can play keyboards, it's all great, but I want to do ministry with people. I want to see life change happen. I want to hear the stories of how good Jesus has been to all these volunteers. Yeah, people.